Okay, let's let's do some coding, right? Um, with this video, I'm trying to start a new series of videos in which I will try to code like in a chill uh, setup. Uh, okay, but we'll just like test how everything goes, and I mean, why not, right? Um, I'm not able to use this thing properly. What's going on? I don't know actually, because here I can use this up but not these one right here, so that's quite a problem. So fixing this, we will do next skill of that, and then idea will be started again. Oh, I have to open the, I don't know, where is it? Probably is here. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, apparently it works, so let's code. So this would be some like background video once put somewhere, or you can actually learn something from this. Okay, so let's run this, see how fast it compiles. It's quite fast compiling actually, so it's kind of cool. Okay, so my aim with this project is to train myself, or teach me as well as teach you guys how to use the Belang language. Okay. So I don't have anything planned for this video actually, but I thought that I should code once a day and upload that content to YouTube. That would be great. So I think I didn't upload this video. It's like a month ago, the last one I uploaded. So this video was some thing that I was making in which it prints my age, which is in this case 26 right here. Then it prints the age reference, which is the address in which age is being stored in memory, and then we dereference that pointer so that we actually print the content of that pointer, which is 26 again. I did this because I wanted to learn how like references and pointers work in Belang, which is kind of cool. So far, I think the most useful resource for me has been, I don't know if I have it here, a file that has Belang documentation that comes with Belang. So here in doc, I will copy these docs.md and I will move that into my active project, which is Belang Learning. I'll paste it here. So I recommend you doing that. Oh, so here I can open the document. It took a while actually. Get it to render it in a more beautiful way. Can it do that? Let's see. Okay, so this is the B documentation. So if you did that, this setup, then now your B learning journey would be a lot easier. Okay, which is kind of cool. I was so far currently the two languages I prefer using are Kotlin and B. But for Kotlin, what I don't like a lot about Kotlin is that it takes quite some time to compile, and B is just a lot faster. That's something great about B. But in the other hand, then Kotlin has lots of built-in included batteries like collections and so on. It can interact with the Java environment and all that. So that's plus. I am exploring both. Those two are my favorite languages um, in the present. Of course, there's also Go, but I think a very interesting reason of why I don't use Go is because IntelliJ doesn't provide like free way of using Go. Um, yeah, that's something because I could actually I was trying to use Go in Beelang Ultimate. I mean in IntelliJ Ultimate, which is this is a trial like version. I don't know when. Probably in a couple of weeks it will expire. But here I can open the Go Learning. And yes, this is also cool. I mean, but then it's ultimate, and for the ultimate version you have to pay, right? So it compiles fast as well. So I don't know how faster or slower it is it compiles compared to B, but yes. So the thing is that why I prefer to use Beelang is probably mainly because it works in the free version of IntelliJ IDEA, and also is simpler than Go, which is great. Um, there's lots of things about B that I don't know. I mean, I don't think I know 10% of B. I mean, and it's being developed. So here you have some getting started guides on how you can start a B project and all that. Then you have a table of contents. You have a hello world. Save the snippet to file name hello.b. Now you can do b run hello b. Okay, sim linked. Run a project with several files. Okay. So you basically just put the dot there. I think I have done this in previous videos. The thing is that I sometimes tend to forget new things if I don't really reinforce them in my brain. So I tend to forget some syntax about B. But, well, that's why I'm here, to train those areas of my brain, the B areas of my brain, right? Okay, so we have symbol visibility. It allows you to return multiple values, which is kind of useful actually, because recently in Kotlin I was working on a project in a function which I had to return two states. One was of like how much of a quantity, and the other was if it's true or false, and yeah, it was useful to do it with two variables because of the logic of the program. But that, as far as I know, I don't know how to do that in Kotlin, or I don't know if Kotlin allows for that. So I basically returned a class with two parameters. I mean, yeah. Um, Then you have symbol visibility, which is pov or not pov. Variables like right here. But actually, I mean, all these you can read. I'm not here to go like line by line on this one. I'm here to, code and try to do something even useful. Okay. So coding is actually the art of, or the act of giving the computer instructions to follow. Because, like, you see, I mean, I see the computer in this case as your slave, your personal slave. You can tell it what to do, which is kind of neat, actually. So you use that, you do that using a programming language. In this case, we were trying to do that using Belang, which is a language that is new, and which is I am not an expert in it by any means, but I actually appreciate the philosophy behind it. Okay, so that's why I use it in the first place, right? Because it really caught my attention, and I really mainly use it because it has a plugin for IntelliJ, free version of IntelliJ. Because I mean, that's what I really prefer to use the IDE. I only code in the IntelliJ IDE. I mean, or Android Studio, which is based on IntelliJ. Why? I don't know. I mean, I find it better. I mean, easier. I mean, comfortable enough. It's like saying I don't, like, I only walk with shoes or something like that. I mean, yeah, but I appreciate free tools, and open source tools as well. So that's why I don't. Well, this is the ultimate version, but it's just a testing of that. And actually, for most, I mean, always I use the community free version, right? And it's a good version. I mean, it uses a bit more RAM than I would like, but I mean, I guess that's a Java thing. I guess. I mean, at least the largest part of the largest reason for that is a Java thing. So I really see these B thing like an improved C or safer C and safer and cleaner C. That's really what B is. I mean, and I appreciate that because it really gives you some, I mean, how programmer like ergonomics or something. Yes. So the documentation is quite large, but yeah, I really recommend you to move this docs.md from the from the B source code to your project, so you can have a quick and easy way of accessing the documentation right here. Okay, so that's great. Well, yeah. So what I would like to do now is I would like to do some functions and probably do a function or a file in every video. In this case, we will do some math operations. Okay. And this math function will have to be a helper function for doing calculations. Okay. We will try to do calculations on strings, but I don't know, or arrays of numbers, should I say. let's see if we can find something like an array or something similar here. I'm trying to do Ctrl F, but I apparently cannot do that here. Can I do that here? I guess I can. Arrays. Okay. I don't know. I'm really new to this things, but what I sometimes thought like a year ago or something is why we don't do computations on arrays. And with that I mean why we just forget about the size of or integer number variables and just do an array computation, right? So math, you do an array. What I'm trying to say is that you can add really large numbers, like larger than 64 bits, and any number actually, just by adding the two arrays. What do I mean with this? Again, maybe I'm not very clear at explaining. So actually, for adding, for example, 2 plus 2, what we would do the array 2 plus 2, and this function will get this and return the actual value. So I don't know, something like that. In that way, well, you just don't have, you can't, one function using a string can add numbers of length 0 or 1 to length 1,000,000, which is kind of neat. And that's an idea that occurred to my brain like a year ago, and I think I implemented that in C, but I don't remember where that code is. I don't know if I still have that line. That's why I will try to do that again in B, which I don't know how to do that in B. So arrays a collection. So here I think we have what we want. An array is a collection of data elements of the same type. An array literal is a list of expressions surrounded by square brackets. An individual element can be accessed using an index expression, and indexes start from 0. Okay, so sounds good. What I want to have is an array of bytes, basically, or characters. I don't know the difference between them in Belang. In main and C, there's not much difference there, but yes. So here, this is like a way of defining an array, right? Okay, so I will copy this actually and paste it here, and this is an array of integers, but is there a byte? Okay, an array of bytes. The length would be what's in it for the default value. All the elements that are all initialized with 3. Okay, so capacity is the memory reserved, length is the actual memory used. The parameters are optional. Okay. declare an empty array. Okay. Arrays can have these kind of symbols. Okay, so is there some like about like a character or something? Char, which in this case is U8. Okay, of course it should have probably a limit capacity, but probably not, right? So let's say we want to do something. Instead of calling it math, we'll call it add, but still we will just define a function called math just to not forget what we were aiming to in the first place. Okay, so that's great. Now what I want to call add like would be something like let's create two variables, a and b. Okay, so a will be 1, and actually this should be string form, 1 2 3 for example, and b will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 for example. Okay, and then c would be add a plus b, but then I would like to pass probably a pointer to that. So here, of course, the add function is not ready for this. What I don't like that much about this is that it is not suggesting me to do it in a function in a pointer way. Okay, so what I would do here is I would define some sort of a pointer, a pointers. Do we have something like that? Char pointer. Is that a thing? I don't know. B. I am of course improvising here. Okay. Then what I would do here is I will dereference those pointers. Here also like PA, PB, pointer A, pointer B, and then here I'll say A is assigned to the value of PA, and B would be assigned to the value of pointer B. Will that work? I mean, I don't know. Printing A, and then we will print the A thing, and we will do the same for B, printing B. I'm sorry, we'll comment this for a second, and then we will try to run this, and it says you cannot use a string as char pointer in argument to add. Okay, so probably we should use string. Oh, I guess we can do like string pointer in this way. Can we do that? I don't know. String pointer. I don't know. Let's see if we can find a pointer thing. Okay, pointer of node or something like that. That's, I think, how it should be done. It should be here, like pointer of string. Is that correct syntax? I guess. Let's try to run this, see if it works. Oh, it returns 0 values. Okay, that's fine actually. Let's return something that we don't want to return. A plus B. Can we do that? A let's return just A. Can we do that? Okay, how do we add the return type? Well, have to do this a string, right? Okay, so whatever. Unused variable C, it says. Now it says printing A, 1, 2, 3, printing B, 4, 5, 6, which is what we wanted to do. So far we're not that bad. Okay, so great. So what I wanted to hear is actually I want to traverse A and B and do it like handwriting, like hand addition, like we used to do in school, right? Or we do in a piece of paper. That means adding the last byte of A to the last byte of B, and basically that's it. Then, well, it of course depends on how long they are. That's why we will add another number here, so they have different lengths, to see how they work. Or for simplicity, we can say 100 here and 1000 here. Okay, for easier math, so we can do math in our brains. Okay, so the return should be 1100 or 1100. So how do we find out that, figure out that? Well, we have to do it in sort of a loop. Okay, so probably what we will do first would be to I mean, we would have to go, like, probably we want to do a sort of copy of the largest, value. Okay, so we could do, for example, largest would be assigned to, of course I'm improvising, if, I don't know, I guess I can do this, a dot length is greater or equal, then b dot length will be assigned to a dot str. Should I do this? Will copy, make a copy of it, or clone actually. Okay, but here else b dot clone. Oh, I forgot that in B you have to use brackets. I don't know if I like using brackets like this, but well, so far this is, but you can in exchange avoid using parentheses here. Of course, you gotta have some spaces to make it look cooler. So now we will print the largest, just to check our code is working. Largest is, of course, largest. So what's going on here? It says mismatch type strings and fn string. Oh, is that okay? Largest is 1000, which is kind of cool. Of course, this is not something that is strictly true, because if we do like for example 1000 and 2000 here, it will say that largest is 1000. Okay, as you can see, but that doesn't really mean largest in actual value, but largest in number of digits. And I mean, if it's greater or equal, then that is the work. So okay, so let's continue here. And that's how we do this. So we have our largest thing, which is a copy basically of the main thing. And then to ensure it's a copy, which should be, right, we can probably modify it. So largest at 0, for example, we'll set that to x. And then let's say modify the largest, just to test the code so I can become like more. I cannot call on the left side of an assignment. Oh, sorry. I mean, yeah, this should be something like this, right? But then it's not mutable, right? So you make it mutable. Okay. Can assign in B strings are immutable. Other variables mutable strings are always immutable. Okay, but I need to mute them because I want to do calculations. So how do I do it? Bytes? Probably that's what I should do. Probably yes. I guess. So the way we do it is that largest is actually, which should actually be a that byte. Can I do this? And b byte again, I guess. So let's see if this works. Not string. Okay, but can I do some sort of U8 or something? Will that work? Kind of strange. Okay. So large is this is like the ASCII codes for this, right? And then we modified that to X, and the ASCII code for X is 0. Um, I don't know about that. I don't think 0, but okay, that's kind of fine. I don't know, but maybe it is actually. I don't know. No, I don't think it's 0. But um, no, it's not 0. Probably. Um, it becomes a bit strange. So, well, at least now we have an array of bytes. Okay. Can we print this array of bytes as a string? Is the question. So probably should enclose this in curly braces. Byte string. Something like that. Will that work? Okay, it kind of works. And then let's do it again here. Of course, curly braces again. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a .NET.com. Modify largest is 000. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to something like that. Will that even work? Is that even a thing? Yeah, apparently it is. Because now it works. Modify largest is x000. So that's how we do it, apparently. Because this is different than in C. This in C would mean a character, but in VLang this is a string. So we are accessing the first character of this string, which is this. Is there a way of specifying a character? I don't know. For existing Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. So this is how we can modify the string. Now we have to be able to add them. Okay, so the last characters should be adding themselves, right? So we can comment these lines for now, and we can create a loop for C in largest, for example. But then I don't want to do that. Because I want to do it in the reverse order. So can I for loop? Okay. Probably this is what kind of what I should be doing. Okay, and this will be for in, like, would be largest. That, I mean, len, right? So we have last, our last index, len minus 1, so it's 0, kinda, right? Then for every this in here, we will add the corresponding thing on the smaller string. Is that a good way of doing this? I don't know, I guess for j in but here I would have to specify which one is the smallest, right? So largest would be like a I don't know, let's guess would be largest. What is this? This is an array of characters, right? So I don't know how to do this actually. Should I do that like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, mute shortest is, and here shortest would be b.bytes. And here shortest would be a.bytes. Will that even compile? I don't think that will compile, because the type is not specified here. So how do I initialize it to an empty thing? That's the thing. So what this returns is an array of U8, right? So what if I put an array of U8s here? Will that work? Probably not. So I can see. Well, let's be pragmatic here. Let's do a.bytes, and here let's do b.bytes. And if a is greater than b, then it's okay. But then if a is less than b, then that's not okay. And we also save a couple of lines of code. And here should of course be I'll call it the temp, and this temp will be again like sort of a pointer, right? Well, here it comes some sort of something that you have to take care. So for example, shortest, oh actually largest, let's say. Okay, and largest is shortest. Okay, I don't know how good this code is here, and shortest is temp, something like that, and that would actually compile, right? I guess. In shortest, the length. Why it's not working? Well, this should not be a nested loop, right? It doesn't have to be a nested loop. I don't know why it made it nested loop. Unsolved referenced largest. Oh, I have to declare it as a variable. And this is how you do that. Okay. So, actually, I mean, I'll say something here. Say, if I is less than shortest, I mean, shouldn't be like that. I mean, it should be like so if if let's say here large length would be 2, of course. Largest length would be largest that length. Okay, and here largest len -1. And then here would be like largest len minus I. In the case is the same, would be 0. So it means we're in the first from the last position. So if that is less than smallest length, or shortest len, what do we do that? Then we do the in addition, right? Because we're trying to add here. So to do an addition, how do we do it? So basically what we would do is we will get the first character and check what it is, and then add it to the second string, right? So basically what you want to do is to be able to do that in addition, right? Right. how do we do it? Is the question. For example, I mean, if it's 8 plus 1, it's just the result's just 9. But if it's 8 plus 2, the result is 10, and there's two values there. I mean, or whatever. Or 9 plus 9. Okay, so how do we fix this? How do we do this? Oh, so two numbers here. The two numbers are what? Like, let's call it L for the largest. I don't know. That's not the right thing to do, but let's say like largest die. And then S for shortest would be shortest die. Okay, but remember these are bytes as well, right? But they are also characters. So of course I think this is easier in C than in B so far, but I'm not really sure because I'm not an expert in B. Probably in C I will have already done this. But okay, so L and S. L is the largest, S is the shortest. So if we add these two guys, and then we check if the addition is greater than 9, for example, then we have to do something. Otherwise, we do nothing. Okay, so what we'll do here is, for example, R, which can be like result, which is not the greatest naming, of course. L plus S. Is that okay? Oh, sorry. Okay, let's continue. So, in general terms, we say, well, if R is greater than 9, 0, I mean, U8, is that a thing? I don't know. Then if R is greater than that, which, for example, let's say it's like the result is 18, for example, right? Because that's the largest number can be 9 plus 9. Then what do we do? Well, we have to put an 8, right? So result should, I mean, not quite, but we have to get like the difference between 9 and the result. So probably we should create a variable called 9 which would be equals to 9, of course, at 0, and then U8 or something, I don't know. That would be okay. Then if it's greater than 9, then R should be the last thing, which should be the second number, which in this case, but we don't have a second number, as we're saying, 'cause it's the result. So R would be R minus 9. right? I guess. Or actually, it shouldn't be R, but would be the destination, which is, I mean, largest is the destination, right? I guess. Largest that I would equal R minus 9. Okay. Or something. Otherwise, of course, it's not finished. Of course, far from. I'm sleepy right now, so I'm not thinking very clearly. It's largest that I mean, the default case would be equal to R. I guess in this case it should not be greater than 9. Let's see if it runs. We have a problem here. It says use array clone instead of array1. Where is this? 19. Okay, largest clone. Is this what it's telling me to do? Largest, shortest clone. Is this again? Ah, come on. Really? And then meant this field for U8. Oh, it's already U8. Sorry. Unidentified. Okay, it's not defining a variable. Sorry again. Okay. Print Nate, print in B. Okay. Let's print the result, right? Printing A plus B, which is largest. Oh, but it's not in the string form, so you have to convert it to a string, right? So for doing that, we do this, and then we do something like byte string or something. Let's see, and it is not working. It's not working. So for example, for the first one, would say, well, the last. Oh, for example, this shortest I, mean, it should be a segmentation fault, right? Shortest doesn't have that. So it would be like shortest lang minus what? Let's do variable n here. This variable n would be largest lang minus I. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sharp right now with my mind. So n in this case would be like 0. Land minus I. In the case 0 and 1, whatever. In the case 0 to either 0 here, it should be like shortest lang minus 1 minus n. Something like that. Is that okay? I don't know. No, it still is not working. I mean, let's comment this just for a second, because we are not facing this case just now. So let's simplify the code a bit. Okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, n starts big. So this is not how we do it. Well, n is greater if n is greater shortest length. Is that okay? I don't know if that's okay. I'm not thinking right now. So it starts from the last value of the largest down to 0. N is largest minus I, which in this case is 0. Okay, in this case, n... Oh, it's 0. So n should be... Well, if n is less than shortest length, is that okay? Because then we'll be increasing towards something. Shortest length. I don't know if this should be done again. I probably should go to sleep really right now. Yes, so largest in this case would get the shortest length minus 1 minus n. In the case n is 0, then 0. And r is L plus n. So in this case, we'll try to print what r is in every iteration, so we can find the bug in this way. Oh. Not even looping. Okay. Largest length towards... Oh, it only goes one way. Okay. Well, I don't know how to do this. Greater than 0. Here I would be like largest length minus 1 or something. And then here we do I minus, and of course it has to be mute. I'm tired, it's almost midnight. I just want to make this work. Of course, the panic. Have a panic. It's not how. I mean, Okay. Hmm. Mm. Interessante. Mm. Now I sorry, I was talking in Spanish. Now I remember what it means for this to be what this means. So I remember how I did this in C. So we have to address it in terms of relative to 0, and this is how we do it. Extra space here. So numbers here have to be converted to 0. What happened? What the hell happened here? Oh, sorry. Okay. 0. Okay, so this case, so we can actually convert them. This is it's not the best way of doing things, right? Okay. So it says in the first iteration, it says L is 0, S is 0, R is 0. L is 0, S is 1, R is 1. Which is kind of neat, actually, if you think about it. But that should not be the second iteration, right? Because I mean, the first should be D0 with D0, which is this, kind of cool. Then it should be D0 with D0, which is another 0. This is not showing that, so something's wrong there. Yeah, greater or equal than 0 should that be, I guess. But still not. So if n is less or equal than shortest length, again, maybe that's, no, sorry, that's not correct. Okay, so first, I mean, let's say I is I. I is 3, L is 0, so 3, 0, 1, 2. Oh. Okay, so we'll define j here. J will be like shortest length minus 1 minus n. This is j. I is I, j is j. So now we have j is 1, which should not be, because j should be 0, 1, 2. J should be 2. So we should not do this, apparently, because n is already that. J. Okay, so I is 3, j is 2. Okay, so I is 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, j is 2, that's correct. L is 0, large is a 0, small is a 0, R is 0, which is okay. It's adding these two things, which is kind of cool. Okay. So that's 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 0, 0. But then the largest length minus I guess it reaches, this is not true anymore. Right. So we will say also n is n. Okay. N is 1, n is 2. Okay, n is 1, n is 2, I is 3, j, whatever. Okay, so here n gets incremented because y gets decremented. So every time n will be a larger and larger thing. Okay. So once it reaches shortest length, so which is 3, it's not doing anything else, which is not what we intended. Which this is kind of cool, but probably I is not the greatest. Probably we should do like this, and then we should do like this. Will that fix it? I don't know. I think not, because now I is greater than 0. Then we'll try to do something with I there. I'm doing something really strange. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's see if it works. Okay, apparently it worked. Okay, n is 0, I is 3, j is 2, L 0, whatever. So n is 1, I is 2, j is 1, L 0, 0, whatever. Okay, R is 1. Okay, sounds good. So then printing A plus B, it says largest byte string. But why is that 1? That's the question. Why is that 1? I mean, I don't know. Oh, sorry. Here R should also be added 0, right? Probably yes. Okay. So there you go. Printing A plus B 1100. Okay, I'm tired, really. Of course, if you have suggestions on how to do this better. This is a really strange way of adding numbers, right? But well, the thing is that even if we pass large values here, it will still work. Is that correct? Yes, still works. What if we pass, well, of course, not yet, but can your standard data types do this? I don't think so, right? Of course, it's not finished, right? It's obvious ways it will not work, but yeah, it's just to prove a point, right? The next video I will probably improve this when I have some sleep, because I'm really, I don't know if it's me who is coding or it's just my sleepy mind which don't know what it's doing. Whatever. Okay. So, did you understand what I did here? Because I kinda did. Not really. Whatever. Um, okay. Can we increase this? Like probably 2 or something? Can we do that? Yes, I guess we can. Of course, this is how it works, you already know. So thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. I see you in the next one, and forgive me for all the mistakes I made. Bye.